Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our very first UKAL podcast, Pod 1. So we'll start with a quick introductions about ourselves and then we'll just do some talking. So I'm Drew, also known as GSG.
Hi, I'm Alex, just down as Alex Hillary 39 on Instagram.
I'm Gem Airsoft on Instagram.
Hello, I'm Sarah, Airsoft Vixen on Instagram.
So thank you everyone for joining us. Please bear with us as this is our first one, so there will probably be some hiccups along the way. But yeah, so first of all we want to talk about the most recent news, which was we had a UKAL meet on Sunday just gone. It was myself and Sarah who were able to attend, and it was actually a really good turnout, wasn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, I think there was about 230 players, Marshall said.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably one of the largest sort of normal skirmish days I've been on. It was really good. Like, the players were so friendly. When we got there, because me and Drew ended up camping on the Saturday night with a couple of friends, and the other halves. It was freezing. It was so lovely in the evening. It was so nice and warm. We had like a little barbecue, and then the owner and I think it was the head marshal ended up giving us like a little tour around the site. So we kind of, because Drew's been before, but me and the other half hadn't been. So we had a tour around, and it was massive. It was such a good site. And then we had a little barbecue in the safe zone area. So nice and warm, and then it just dropped, and it was freezing camping. Luckily, it was really nice and warm on the Sunday. But yeah, I think I was quite surprised, to be fair, because the amount of players that went, I thought, oh, it's getting busy. And normally, when it gets really busy, is when you get the non-hit takers.
Yeah.
And with the heat as well, I found a lot of the times I've played in the heat, people start to get a little bit tetchy, and that's when you get people getting a little bit salty at each other, and when people aren't taking the hits, it gets a bit like oh. But no, despite the numbers, honestly, I didn't find any issues with hit taking. Like, everyone was friendly. I didn't hear of anything negative, to be honest, with the gameplay.
No,
I think the game
didn't encounter anything either, to be fair. Which it was
Good. And the game, I quite enjoyed the gameplay as well, like the style of it. The games they ran, I thought were quite good. And they did have quite a few vehicles, which unfortunately, because it was so busy, they didn't actually get out to use. Because they had the double-decker bus, didn't they, Drew? Which looked like it was... I didn't actually go on it, though. I did feel in a couple of the games, a few people had gone on the bus, and they were just getting absolutely peppered. And I was just like, kind of glad I didn't go on there now. But the owner did say sometimes when the numbers aren't so high, they've actually done games before where he's driven a team into the game on the double-decker bus, and you can like shoot out the top windows and stuff. And I was like, oh, I bet that's really funny. But yeah, due to the high numbers, it was like not really safe to do that. So, but it was still a really good day. And we had quite a few. There was quite a few ladies that turned up as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think we had 9 of us all together. So
yeah,
not bad.
Good.
Yeah. I think
I'm really gutted I couldn't make it. I've had massive FOMO.
Oh,
Stupid word.
Yeah. Well, it is a site that's definitely now on my list of like places I want to go back, because as I say, like, everyone was so friendly, the gameplay was awesome, and yeah, it was just a really good day. I think there was a lass there that it was her first ever airsoft game as well.
Yeah.
So she came over and she was like, oh, what's this about? Because we had our flag up and everything, and we were like, join up. So we made a recruitment, didn't we?
We did.
Did she know that UKAL was playing there already, or did she just turn up?
I I think she just came with her friends, to be honest. I don't think she was
Yeah.
expecting us to be there.
Oh, that's lovely.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was a nice surprise for her to probably see other females out on the field.
Oh,
So.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall it was a really good day,
Yeah.
I think. And as Sarah said, like Plantation were more than welcoming, which was really nice. And yeah, I was nervous because obviously Sarah and I was the only one who'd been there before, so it was like on my recommendation as well. So I wanted to make sure I wanted a good day. But luckily, the other girls who did attend, like it's their regular type thing, so that sort of helped, I think. But yeah, I think it was a really good day, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
I did have a friend as well. One of my friends who'd actually been the weekend
your
before.
volume's gone.
Oh,
I don't know if you pressed something.
can you hear me?
I can
Oh
hear you.
no.
You pressed something on your headset, maybe.
Can you hear me now? Hang on.
I can hear you, Sarah.
Is anyone commenting if they can hear or not?
Everyone saying hello.
I can't hear it.
Hi,
Can you hear me at all, or have I just gone completely?
I can hear you.
I have no idea what's happened there.
Technical issue one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they can hear you. They all saying in the chat, hey Chloe, hey
We
Caitlin.
did say there'd be hiccups.
Richard, we can hear you. Carly, we can hear you.
Oh,
They can
yeah. They can all hear me, but Drew can't. Oh no.
can't not hear you, they said.
Ah. Hello.
one on the comments.
Everyone can hear us, but I can't hear any of you.
Just can't understand a northerner.
I didn't press nothing.
Oh, here we go.
I can hear Alex if I open my living room window.
Oh, brilliant.
You guys take the lead because you can all hear each other and I can't hear you. So
Oh,
you guys,
okay.
all
Like-
talk.
I was going to say, I was just going to finish off about the plantation meetup that one of my friends had actually been the weekend before.
Yeah.
And he'd said how the same sort of things I was saying, how like they had no issues and the numbers were quite high, and he was quite surprised. So it wasn't just the case of I'd hit it on a good day. It seems like that is generally what the site tends to be like on your regular. So
Brucey
Yeah.
bonus.
yeah, definitely a good site. So hopefully next time we plan a little game there, we can drag you two along with us as well. Hopefully you can get it off work.
Is it
and-
like CQB or Woodlands? Like what is it?
it's quite a large site, but you've got like quite a mixture of woodland and there's a lot of like structures in areas as well. So it is
Yeah.
a bit of a mixture. So like when you get into like the village areas and they've got like an ammo dump area and stuff like that, it then obviously you get that CQB aspect of it, but then
Yeah.
it's still good for like if like Drew, you're a sniper, so you've got plenty of places to hide up in the woodland areas and stuff like that, like on the outskirts of the village and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is like an all-rounder kind of site. So it's kind of a bit of everything.
Perfect then,
Which is
because
quite
everyone
good.
could do their
Yeah.
own game style.
Yeah. So it's a good sort of all-rounder for if you've got a mixture within your team or group of friends that all have
Yeah.
different styles, and it suits everyone. So-
Yeah, nice. Alex, you're wearing someone's top apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Big Gun.
Yeah.
Hey.
Feel the course. I'll be going on their course at No Man's Land on the 4th of November. So
Yeah.
that's-
I'm back.
Hey!
I pressed mute on my keyboard, for God's sake.
Wow.
That's my own fault. Jesus.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Got the agenda list.
My bad. Oh dear. I don't know. What were you guys talking about? I couldn't hear you.
I was just saying how my friend had gone to the site weekend before and he had a really good experience as well. So it wasn't the case of we just hit it on a good day. It generally seems to be like that on the regular,
Yeah.
which kind of made me want to go back again.
Yeah, I think the Headless Chickens put it as like number one in the like airsoft sites around the UK, I think, as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one. Yeah. So, Jem, how was NAF compared to last year?
Oh, how was NAF? Compared to last year, God, that was actually, it was the year before I went. I skipped a year because I was travelling. Yeah, it was really good. I think I played more the first time I went. We were in a bigger group this time, so obviously I camped with you, Drew, and camped with you, Sarah, and with a couple other people as well. It was quite funny because half of our group were Bravo and half of them were the others. There's a little bit of friendly conflict there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we rocked up at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we got there really early.
Yeah, and the space that we wanted was already full. Like at 7 o'clock, it was pretty packed already. And we tried to camp in one spot, and someone ran over and was like, "Sorry, this is our spot. We're camping here." And we're like, "Oh God, okay." So we had to find somewhere else. And then we found a really cool spot. We set up our tents and stuff, and then we went down to like the main area. Got a couple of drinks, and then we queued for the chrono, which the queue was long, wasn't it?
That was really long.
I think
that was ridiculous.
Was it like an hour or something? Hour and a half?
Yeah, near enough. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you have to chrono on point twos as well, isn't it? So yeah, that was a bit slow. And then after we chronoed, we then had to check in, which was even longer. And we're obviously playing with different teams, so the Bravo queue was slightly quicker than the others queue. But yeah, we had to queue for absolutely ages. But that was cool. So that was the Friday, and then we just chilled on the Friday. Got some awesome photos there. And then Friday evening, there was meant to be that evening game, the pistol and shotgun game, which none of us actually did we?
No.
No,
We
I'm
were-
not a fan of that.
No,
I think
well, I
there
wanted to.
I think some people were saying that it may have. At one point, we were a bit unsure whether it had been cancelled or not
Yeah.
as well, because there was loads of like kind of rumours going around the site that they might have cancelled it. But I think it did go ahead. But yeah, none of us. I think the rules were quite strict on what sort of like pistols you can use and stuff like that. So I was just like, oh, I didn't really have anything with me that I could use. So
I think it was only meant to be like a 2-hour game or something anyway. But yeah, I still don't know whether that actually happened or not, or whether it did get cancelled or...
I think we were in the beer tent, weren't we?
Yeah, so Friday night we're in the beer tent. It's still quite late. And then we went back to the camp, had a little campfire. And then on the Saturday, what time did the game start? 10?
Yeah, I think it was 10.
Yeah, because they did
Yeah.
like the main sort of. It wasn't really a brief, was it? Because you get your brief in your player packs. It was just like gathering around the tower.
Yeah. And then it's kind of cool because you can just go in and out of the games. So I think we only played for a couple of hours, didn't we? Until lunchtime. Then we went back to the main area, got some food. The food was really good. There was loads of different stalls. Can't remember what we had now, but yeah, we chilled for lunch. Went back out to play in the afternoon, and then we stayed for the end of it, which was absolute chaos. The gameplay itself was okay, but it's more for like the social experience and the social atmosphere. I feel like anyway.
Did you buy anything?
When was the last one? Huh?
Did you buy anything off the stalls? How many stalls were there?
There were
Oh,
quite a
loads.
few.
Yeah.
I'd say
We
at
had-
least 10.
Yeah, 10, maybe more.
Mm.
What stalls were there? You had ASG there.
Yeah,
EG.
they had their little setup, didn't they, where you could try some of their guns out next to the saloon range, didn't they?
Yeah, they had
Quite
their overpowered Evo. That was pretty awesome.
Or-
We liked that, didn't we?
That was very nice.
What other stalls were there?
There was Lone Star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then there was. Oh, forgotten now.
There was Block.
Was it Block were there, and then was it Flashbang?
Yeah.
Are they
there
there?
was-
Flashbang Smoke, I think.
Yeah.
Viper,
there.
didn't he? Ian at Viper, I've seen on...
Oh,
Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, they had the big chest, and you go. I think they do it every day. I think they did it every day. You go and put your player number on the padlock and see if it unlocked. And we did actually see someone win it, and there was like they just got honestly they got loads. He was like, "Have you got some bin bags? Like, I can't carry this all back to my tent."
Sounds good.
Yeah, you just put in your player number. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but there was loads of stuff in there. Who else was there? They had wasn't Vortex, but they had a lots of optics there. Quite.
My highlight was meeting Skinny Bitch and Magda.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was
the girls together.
They were really nice, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
good.
Lovely.
The whole social side of it was just brilliant. So yeah, we were in the bar most nights.
On the gin.
Always on the gin. But no, it was really good. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to go back again. I'm going to go. I've already booked it off work.
Oh, have you? Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We did get some cool. We got some cool pictures as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Rios was there doing the photography. They had like a little pop-up doing little photo sessions. And then they were taking like out on the field photos as well. I think Drew booked a little session with them out on the field as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Me and my partner, we went out in the field and had a little private shoot in amongst the BBs flying around and getting the photographer hit and everything. So, but no, that was good actually. They turned out really cool.
Yeah, Kat and Bernie managed to get some good ones of us as well, didn't they, Sarah?
Oh yeah, we got a couple together, didn't we?
Yeah, just in game. We didn't book a slot or anything. But yeah, it was really good. Loved it.
Are you going to go next year, Alex?
Hope so. Yeah, definitely.
I reckon you'll love it. It's right up your street.
You will love it. You can't not love it. It's so good.
You were in a fancy caravan.
Oh, I was.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Caravan.
I can't complain for my first year going at all. Thanks to that caravan. That made it worthwhile, definitely.
I might just hire a caravan or something.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
I thought about hiring a camper van because someone that works with my other half actually has like I can't remember exactly what camper van it is actually. She's got a camper van. It's really lovely, and she hires it out. And we were like, oh, do we just rent that and take that to NAF? Just sleep in that and be all cozy. But we were like, oh, we left it a bit too late. I think that might be on the cards for next year because I was like shivering in my sleeping bag. I was like, has anyone got spare blankets?
Oh, well, at least you didn't have a frog in there with you.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the frog. I don't know if Drew heard that. Because
I think you do the frog. I remember the caterpillar.
No, it was
Alex is like, what went on? Yeah, so there was one night, I can't remember which night it was. I think Drew had already gone into the caravan and we were all kind of in our tents getting ready to like go to sleep.
It was quite late,
all of a sudden Jem just starts screaming and we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then so then I was like, Jem, are you okay? Just like, there's a frog in my tent! And everyone just burst out laughing. Everyone's just in hysterics in our camp. It was so funny.
Someone had to come and get it out from me.
Oh my god.
I couldn't even move, I was laughing so much. I was just like, oh my goodness. And then, what did we call the caterpillar? I can't remember. We named him. Now I forgot what we named him.
Colin. No, that's the cake. Never mind.
I can't remember. We found this caterpillar. So Ryan was near my car, and I was like kitting up, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, come look at this caterpillar!" And I was like, "Calm down. I've seen a caterpillar before." I thought he was just getting excited, like it, you know. And he's like, "No, come look at this caterpillar. Seriously." I ran around there. I was like, "For God's sake!" Like, looked at it. I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's massive." I kid you not. It was humongous. It was honestly massive.
Thick bugger.
Yeah. And I was like, everyone, come look at this caterpillar. And it was humongous. And we ended up putting it in an empty BB bottle to get it, like, because I didn't want anyone to stand on it. and it was like on our table for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure it suffocated in there as well, didn't it?
Oh no, we let it out near the tree. We weren't mean. He put it in a bottle and he was like trying to use Google Lens to figure out what it was. I can't actually remember, but that was a bit strange. It was like bright orange as well. A lot of people, I did hear afterwards, a lot of people were saying that they found like really weird caterpillars and stuff when they were camping, like the big hawk moth ones and stuff.
Oh God.
So.
Oh dear. Did you get anything exciting like that
funny.
when you went to Defiant Events, Alex?
No, thank God, no spiders or anything like that. I was sleeping inside a building for Op Irene. It was brilliant fun. Dressing up, it was based on the film Black Hawk Down. So there was me and 24 others, like 25 together, like Somalians versus TF. And we had to make out that there was like, was it 3,000 or 6,000 of us? So then as soon as we got killed, we'd just have to leave the area of where the firefight was or walk to a fencing or another building, then respawn straight back in. So you could be dead for like 2 minutes and then join the game back because we had to make out there was that many of us, but such a good laugh. Highly recommend doing a Defiant event. I did Red Tide 3 with them as well. I'm going to be doing Raid, but they've asked me to be staff. So I've never done staff before. I thought that'll be interesting. So I'm on the tan side for staff. If you're booking tickets, there's Spearhead, that's the tan side. Tomahawk is the green side. Green versus tan, it's going to be at HQ Driffield. Same as where Op Irene was. It was really funny. Make sure you got plenty of water. Definitely a jet boil with your kettle and things like this. Haribo sweets, Red Bull, coffee. There was one guy, James, he even took a wok with him. I was like, what the hell? The 2-minute race that you do in the microwave. He was doing it in his wok. So, like, I'm walking into the room, and there he is, tossing his wok. I went, no, wok. No wok. Oh, can we edit that out when it goes on YouTube? It's so funny.
Oh, I love it.
What event is this?
But like it's like we got there Friday, you got your social stuff as well. Then it starts 11 o'clock on a Saturday, right the way through till 11 the next day. Maybe got 4 hours sleep on the Saturday, maybe from like 12 till 4. Up again, firefight. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Definitely recommend doing a Defiant event.
And there was a few of you girls who did it as well, UKAL members, weren't there?
Yeah. Early, she I've always forget GT Mini 06 or GT 06 Mini, and then there's Leah, Call Sign Chaos. She was there. They were both there with the partners as well. Early and Adam, they managed to get a room separated from everyone else. So there was like me with maybe 15 other people in one room, 20, I'm doing maths here. No, 8 maybe in one room, 10 in another. They had their own separate little room. So I'm just getting rid of the cat. But not really good. Love doing Defiant events. I'm looking forward to the next one. 25th and 26th of November for Raid at HQ Driffield.
So, in the comments, Richard said, "Just wait till Raid. I'll have the full barbecue and cooker."
Hey.
We'll have to
Not
hold
tossing
him
the
to
wok.
that.
Hey. He's a good lad.
That's good. I think, yeah, I've never done one of those events before, so I don't really know what to expect with those sort of things.
No, I haven't either.
Not much sleep. Like milsim, some call it like milsim. So some would be like a simulation. It's not a battle sim because you just constant. It's up to you if you want to sleep, but you will get woken up because certain objectives at different times. There's always something going on. God, I don't know how much pyro they use because at 9 o'clock at night you can't make any more noise at the site. So they were firing off mortar rounds galore, and then it's like getting off a quarter to 9, we're like, yeah, we can fire some more. So that was just brilliant. It's like being at a bloody fireworks display. Yeah, really
So
good.
when you're sleeping, do you have like designated sleeping areas that are like classed as safe zones, or do you literally sleep with your
Yeah.
like iPro and everything on?
We were in a separate building, and the guys get told that, don't go in there and fire, but you also do get warned as well, wear your iPro to sleep.
Yeah.
So I took mine off, I just put the sleeping bag over my head, I was on my comfy camp bed. You don't really want to be sleeping on the wooden floor.
Oh,
You don't know
no.
what's problem.
Oh.
Need my comfort, my blanket, sleeping bag, pillow. Yeah, definitely.
I'll just grab a really nice hoodie from Hawk, and that'll keep me warm.
You'd bring your camper van, wouldn't you?
Oh, I would, yeah. 100%. Do it in style, wouldn't you?
That'd be left in the backpack. You could walk up the track.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know, but Hawk Customs, he does like our UKAL merch, t-shirts, hoodies, that sort of thing that members have access to. And he's basically started this new project, basically called Broken Star, and basically he comes up with these. You can choose like a t-shirt, a hoodie. I think there's a bag on there as well, and each month he's doing a new design. So this month it was this design, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, so basically you can get a piece of clothing with that on, and 20% of each purchase at the end of the month will go towards a mental health charity. But the charity is actually chosen by the people who have bought the merch, which I think is pretty cool.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely something different, and I think it's, I don't know, probably like touches home for a lot of people as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I just think it's a really good idea, and people should definitely get behind something like that, because it is something that's quite relatable to a lot of people, one way or another. But yeah, Hawk's been amazing, really, like in terms of supporting UKAL. He's been there right from the start, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it only makes sense really to get behind a project like this. I mean, I suffer with mental health. I think quite a few, well, most people do, don't they? It's just one of those things these days. So yeah, I've ordered mine. Well, I've got mine now. It's very comfy. It's very nice.
How do you order it?
So if you go onto his website, I think it's right at the top actually. So it's one of the first things you see, and yeah, it's literally right at the top, and go from there. I think he's also put an option in there for like design ideas. So
That's a good idea.
he's got a couple of ideas for like a couple of months, but hopefully if it's got enough interest and keep it rolling month on month, then yeah, he'll get some new ideas, and yeah, he definitely wants some feedback basically. So
Yeah, that sounds like a really good cause. He's definitely helped us out right from the beginning as well. He's been really supportive of UKAL, so yeah, definitely need to get on that.
yeah, I don't think UKAL would be where it is now if it wasn't for Hawk, to be honest.
No, he does everything. Like he does.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
Any advice we need, we can message him. He's always there. He's like a family member.
I know, yeah.
No, he's good.
We'll have to get him a wig and he can like join in.
Exactly. But yeah, his yeah. Basically, just want to mention that. So we've had.
That's good.
We put a thing up on our story asking for some questions, and so we've had some questions come in. Bear with me, and I shall read them out for you. So our first question was, It's come up wrong. Of course it has.
Don't worry. Touch wood, it's going pretty smooth.
Well, you've jinxed it now, Alex.
You
Yeah,
said
don't
it
say
now.
that. Oh no.
What have you done?
Thanks. So one of the first questions we got was from Handmade by Dagger One Charlie, and it was basically, what's one of the biggest struggles the UK Airsoft Ladies encounter on the regular?
I think
Upset.
yeah. So I think with that one, something we encounter regularly would probably be the fact that we've got so many members now, because obviously we've like just growing and growing and growing so quickly, is trying to, like with the meetups and stuff, sometimes it's hard to try and get everyone in one place at once. And I think that's something that, to be fair, we do quite a good job of moving the meetups around the UK, and I think that does help quite a lot, because as much as we can't get everyone together all at once, it then still gives everybody a chance in different areas to kind of attend.
Yeah.
And then obviously, on our members chat, we also have a map, obviously for non-members who don't know this. We've got like a live map, so the girls can go on there, pin their rough location, so other members can see how many people are near them that are also members. So if there isn't a meet-up due, because we only do them every sort of few months, they can then message each other and know who's sort of close by, to arrange games together. And like I try and travel quite a lot to different sites, so that's quite handy as well for travelling, because if I'm like, oh, I really want to play here, you can then look at the map and be like, I'm in your area, fancy coming along. So I think we've kind of, as much as it has been an issue we encountered to begin with, I think we've also been quite proactive in finding a way around it as well. I think that's been quite good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I say it's just about getting a name out there so people know that there is somewhere like safe to talk about things, about kit and everything else. So I think that might be something that's quite off-putting for some females to play, as they don't know what to wear or where to go for kit and that side of things really. Yeah. So definitely. Another question we had was from Fishy Airsoft. And it was, what can we do to encourage more women into the hobby / what things are preventing more from joining?
Well, I was Googling earlier for like days out and things like this, and it all talks about museums, theme parks, airsoft, and even paintball aren't even mentioned on like days out. So if you don't know about it, how are you going to go to it? So, like, it's not advertised on Google or anywhere like that. Like, me working at Aldi, and if I'm bruised or whatever, and the customer's like, oh, what happened to you? Oh, I've been playing airsoft. Straight away, they're like, paintball. I'm like, no, airsoft with BB ball. So, unless you're on and specifically following airsoft hashtag or something like, well, the airsoft hashtag doesn't even work now. It comes up with pairs and bloody, you know, don't bother that no more. But no, it's just not advertised enough, I don't think. But like, if ladies are wanting to do it but are unsure of doing it, maybe as if your boyfriend or any of the guys that you know do it, just shoot them in the back garden. And, you know, it's a good feeling shooting them in the back garden, so just do it like that. Plenty of baggy clothes, you know, the site will lend you the full mask and whatnot. So that's all I'd suggest, just more advertising for it, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, every time you try and explain airsoft to someone who doesn't know it, you have to go down the paintball route to try and explain it. It's like,
literally how I literally had to do it today. I was literally saying to somebody like, oh, I airsoft, and they just looked at me really blank, and I was like, it's like paintball but with BB guns, and they were like, oh.
That's the go-to, isn't it?
That's literally the go-to way of describing it, which is just like, oh, you need to kind of get it out there more. I think it's a lot better than it used to be, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot more known about nowadays, which is good. It's going in the right direction, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously another thing to encourage women to get into the hobby is to join UKAL, because we've got our group chat and is, you know, supporting each other. Anyone's welcome to come along and play with me. So
yeah, definitely. So another question we had was, I have a question. My daughter just started. Recommendations on gear to get her started comfortably.
Obviously the most important one, the eye pro. And I would get yourself some proper safety rated fitted eye pro. Obviously you've got all these big brands, but it's got to be fitted to your face. Like, make sure it's all sealed, make sure there's no gaps that the BBs can get in. So yeah, decent pair of eye pro, obviously the main one. Gloves. I played without gloves for the first time the other day because I've left them. And a 2-hour game, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to go back and get them. Got a shot in the hand. It is not nice without the gloves, so get yourself some gloves. Highly recommend that. Boots. It doesn't have to be proper military boots. Like, my boots were from Amazon, I think, as long as they've got proper ankle support. It depends how old your daughter is as well, because I don't know if she's younger or smaller. It can be sometimes quite hard to get kit if you're small. I mean, I have that issue. I used to wear the combat kids. Don't judge me. But they're really good and they're not expensive. They don't break the budget. It's like £15 for my aged 12 to 13 combat kids trousers, which fit me perfectly. Also, Viper is a really good brand. Doesn't it's quite budget as well. Now I'm using the Viper trousers, and I literally just took them into the local suit tailoring and got them just to fit them for me. It was like 20 quid. So yeah, try out kit first. Try some eye pro. You might have to try a different a couple before you find the one that suits you.
That's definitely good advice. And so she can also, if she's on social media, give us a follow and private message us and ask us for specific recommendations. I think we can always ask our other members as well, or yourself. But yeah, I think that's one of the main questions that we get in UKAL, isn't it, about kit recommendations and all that sort of thing. Because
I've got the Army surplus.
Yeah,
exactly,
you can get quite a lot of bargains in the Army surplus stores as well, can't you?
My ghillie trousers were like a tenner, and they've lasted me ages. I just crafted on them because they were cheap, so I was like, winner, and they work quite well. So
you can tailor them. Doesn't cost much. What, £20 maybe for tailoring trousers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what Jen paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another question that we got was from Beth, saying, feeling anxious for my first game day. I feel like I will be the only female there. Any advice? So I think it's going to be nerve-wracking either way, but it's about just sort of taking it in your stride. Everyone's really welcoming. It probably comes across as a very aggressive sport, but it's not. Like, especially in the safe zone, like, you could just go up to anyone and start speaking to them, and they're more than likely help you. If it's a site you don't know, they'll probably say, oh yeah, come hang around with us, follow us around, no problem, and all that side of things. Yeah, just try not to be too worried about it. Get stuck in, take it at your own pace if you want to. I mean, I've been playing, 5 years, and I'm still not a fan of getting hit by a BB. So I take a step back and whoa, okay. But yeah, I think it's nerve-wracking for everybody, and especially in quite a male-dominated sport as well, it could probably be even worse. But the females are just as nice as the guys. So definitely just go up to anyone, have a chat with them, ask them any questions. No questions stupid in airsoft at all either. So yeah, I missed anything out
I think
there?
that's something I always tell people, just ask, because at the end of the day, everyone started off not knowing. Everyone started off as a beginner, so I always say that to people that are unsure. I'm just like, just ask. Like, there'll be someone there that will answer your question. It's better to ask than to just kind of not know. So I think that's definitely
And you'll be overwhelmed by support, like as Drew was saying, like everyone is so supportive. You could just go to a site on your own and there would be someone there that would, take you under their wing. So yeah, everyone, the airsoft community is just lovely, and you will get support.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So another question that we got was, will we be having any guests on our podcast? The answer is yes, once we get the hang of things. Yeah, so we're definitely up for having guests on, but it will be a matter of time. This obviously being our first one. So yeah, we'll definitely will be, and if anyone is interested in being a guest, drop us a message. We have got a bit of a list of ideas. But yeah.
Free anyone.
Exactly. We're open to everybody, so you don't have to be a UKAL member to come on either. So we're looking at hopefully having some supporters with us who aren't all females as well, so have a little chat about things. So yeah, definitely. And then our final question was from BZ Tactical, saying, what do you think is the best new airsoft product to come out in 2023? It's an interesting one, isn't it? I think there's just been so many, to be fair. Like, so many different new things have come out.
It depends what you're after. If you're after a gun, if you're after BBs, Rebel BBs, they're really good. What have ASG brought out?
Oh, I'm buzzing for this.
Yeah, their new M4.
Yes.
Which
Can't wait to get my hands on that.
Hopefully we'll be going into a bit more detail about it in our next podcast. But yeah, that does look nice, definitely. But yeah, there's been quite a few actually. I think 2023 has been quite a big year in terms of new kit coming out, new guns. Like, it's hitting like a whole new level of airsoft. Really, it's just evolving so quickly. Like, it's frustrating when you go to a game and you've got AEGs and HPA guns outranging your sniper sometimes. It's like, really?
Wow.
It's really frustrating. But yeah, speaking of kit, Alex, what was
yeah.
What was
Kit corner. Right, don't laugh. Too nod or not too nod, right? Would you wear nods or not?
Wow, you've had that sitting there waiting, haven't you?
I wanted to paint them, as well. No, wait. I've seen a lot on social media lately of, you scroll through your homepage, like every few pictures, it's someone with nods on. And so I did a story the other day. I was like, why is everyone obsessed with nods? And there was a mix of comments, some good, some not so good, and things like this. Yeah, they can be really pricey, but I managed to find on a website called Envy Night Vision, they're called. And rather than just going out and spending a few thousand on some, hire some for a weekend. It's £165. They do different packages, but the starter package that I saw, £165 that you pay. Then you pay another £200 on top of that, which, as long as you don't break them or scratch them or anything like that, you'll get that £200 back. So ideally, you'd order it, they'd send it to your house, Me personally, I'd take photos of it. Like if you were renting a car, take photos of the car. Do that with the night vision. Use them, as long as they're not scratched. Post them back to them. They'll check them over. Then a few days later, you get your £200 back. But also, Ash Shoots Airsoft on Instagram. He got some for £300. You can get binocular off NB as well. So he got off AliExpress. I might not even be saying it properly. The binocular one, £300, and he's done a YouTube clip, giving a review on it, and it even shows footage of you like looking down it as well. I mean, I can't wear them because of my epilepsy. I would like to. I've had a look through one. It was white, but I was sat down as well, and I was feeling a bit nauseous after it. When I went to the NOFO Intro to Milsim, one of the lads had one that was thermal. That was pretty cool to look at, looking at everyone around the campfire in different colours and things like this. Then I had looked through another one. It was green, but everyone was glittery, so they looked like the vampires off Twilight, which I thought was a bit weird. But I'd wear nods. You know, I mean, it would be cool going around in the dark with them and things, but because of my epilepsy, I can't really. So it's up to you if you want them or not. But check out Ash's video, and then he does another video where he's wearing them and shooting with it as well, because he has to get used to walking about with them. But yeah, maybe it's try before you buy. Hire them first.
Quite a good idea. I've not heard of that before.
No,
I have to have a little look.
We had a great time, didn't we?
So I've tried a couple of different odds out before, because a few of my team members have various different specs. And when we've played a game before, we camped over there. So at night time, we kind of went out comparing them and everything like that. I don't really know a lot about them, other than obviously that I tried them before. I don't have a clue other than that. When we were at NAF, we were in the beer tent with the lads from ASG, and one of them was like, "Oh," we were talking about nods, and he was like, "Have you ever tried them?" And Jem's like, "I've never tried them before. Like, what are they like?" And he's like, "I've got them in the van. Let's go get them out." So we ended up going off, and it was quite funny because we kind of just disappeared and then came back like an hour later, and everyone was like, "Where have you been?" And we were like, "Oh, some guy said he had nods in his van." So me and Jem went to go look, and they were like, "What? That's like if someone says we've got puppies in our van." And I was like, "Oh no, it's fine. It was ASG. Like, we know them." And it was so funny. So Jem had her first experience of nods at NAF.
I went stargazing. It was great.
Honestly, she was like so excited. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing!"
I literally turned around
So
and I was
funny.
like, and just saw you two like just wandering off in the distance, and I'm like, where are they going? And I'm just sitting there for ages waiting for you guys to come back. I was like, I think they got lost or something. I don't know. So in the end, that's right.
Can't take them everywhere.
Like, you could have been kidnapped. I was like, I'm going to bed. You just play with
Got
nods.
nods.
See him in the morning or not.
Oh dear. So you guys may have seen on our story that we were asking for the UKAL player of the podcast. So, and we had quite a few recommendations, but one definitely stood out, and I'll let you have a little talk about it, Jem.
Yeah, so we had she actually had loads of nominations. Her name's Chloe. She's on Instagram as Englefield Echo. So yeah, she definitely gets the nomination from everybody. I haven't seen her play as well, and she does kick ass. Yeah. I'm playing with her at the end of the month, so I'm definitely hoping I'm on your team. Oh, there she is. I'm definitely loving the multicam black look as well.
She does look really badass. Like, her photos on Instagram are all pretty good. But yeah, I've managed to play alongside her at Driverwood, and she knows what she's doing. Like, you're glad you're on the same team as her, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's such a good laugh, bless her.
She's in the chat. Buzz in, thank you, ladies. You're welcome. She's got a YouTube as well.
I didn't know that.
So check out YouTube. Yeah, she's got YouTube. She's got some good videos on there.
That makes sense with the GoPro on the forehead, wouldn't
Yeah. So yeah, well done, Chloe.
it? Definitely. So if there's any questions you guys want to ask us in the comments now, you're more than welcome to. So when we were talking about nods, we had some Richard talk about them, and he recommended not to use the AliExpress ones apparently. He said the screen has too much lag to make it safe, and the IR light can make you stand out to the other nod users. So that might be a good recommendation for people. But he did say the MV hire packages are excellent, so good shout there, Alex. Definitely.
Good.
So when we were talking about best releases in 2023, so we had the VMP1 that was recommended. The block gasket. Anyone know what that is?
Oh yeah, the Block Eye Pro. Also comes with a little gasket that you can put on it to create more of a still.
The KWA MP9. I haven't used it, so I can't really comment on that one. What else have we got? Ash put electric blowback guns are going to take over. I agree. Definitely agree with that one. Alex, Kevin has put on there to try a weapon mounted night vision if you can. It might be an option for you with your epilepsy.
Maybe. Or maybe if the thermal one wasn't too bad, or if it's maybe it's red. I'm not too sure. You know, like with some dyslexic people, I watched a documentary once that put, I think it was red plastic sheet over the letters, and they found it easier to read the words or something. So I'm not sure. Like when I was a kid, couldn't use a normal white screen computer. It had to be like green or something like that. But the nods that are green with glitter, no, I can't wear that. But I'll have a go if anyone's at a site with them, because there's plenty of Halloween games coming up. So I'll just ask them. Give it a go. Give it a go, you lads.
Jem, are you going to the Warzone Halloween one?
I am going to the Warzone Halloween one with Chloe, who we were just talking about.
Nice.
That should be good. I think they have got camping as well. But yeah, I'm definitely.
New camping area, haven't they?
Yeah, and they've got their new road. Can't wait to go down that. Yeah, that'd be really good.
Yeah, it does sound good. I think I found a red tide for me, otherwise I'd definitely be making it up there, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to get some night vision for their night game.
Well, you can hire off
Yeah.
that person. I've completely forgot his name. Envy hire packages. There you are.
Yep.
Perfect. So a couple of other questions we've had. Brad put, are you guys planning on any video content, i.e. reviews, gameplay, etc., other than podcasts? So quite a few of the UKAL members do gameplay videos. So Chloe being one. I think Jem, you're perhaps starting or will be doing them?
Starting.
I'm the same. I'm starting. But yeah, in terms of like UKAL as a whole, I think it's quite difficult for us to all do one. Perhaps that could be like a future thing, like next time is a UKAL meet, if there's enough of us there with cameras and that, we might be able to put together like a group video gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, at the charity event, we did a little bit of a sort of go around with the lives, didn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe something similar, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's definitely.
We'll follow a group of the girls around for a little bit and film some footage. Might be an idea.
100%.
Brad in the chat has been really helpful as well with giving me some tips and stuff for filming. So thank you, Brad.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a good egg.
He's a good egg.
You can send some tips over to me as well, if that's alright. I'm struggling too. So Defiant Events have commented on there saying you can put coloured filter lenses on your nods, make them whatever colour you like.
Even better.
There's a solution out there for everything.
Me.
So I think we're near enough covered everything, guys, for tonight's show. Apologies for the hiccups. There were bound to be some, but luckily they weren't too major. We will be doing this podcast fortnightly, so our next podcast is going to be on the 24th of October. Same time, same place, and we'll be chatting probably a little bit about the ASG M4. Alex is just repping off the mug, as she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've, because so much has happened recently, I think we've got so many topics to cover at the moment. Oh, there's Sarah with her UKAL bottle.
Oh.
Courtesy of Hawk Customs. Alex, yours is on the way. It was posted today. Oh, UKAL wristbands. God. If any UKAL members are watching this and you would like to get some UKAL merch, just drop us a message and yeah, we can get that to you, no problem. But yeah, we really appreciate everybody for watching and being patient with us. And yeah, anything else you guys want to add?
No, just thank you for
Thank you for everyone's support.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, we'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Adios.
Bye.
Hey guys. Bye.